How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. The following mysterious videos can't quite be explained. But before we dive in, remember to hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this. Here's a quick and strange one to start today's episode off. Instagram user The Heavenly Way THW has shared a striking clip that has social media buzzing. Captured by a helicopter flying over Colorado, the video shows something bizarre. The dramatic scene has sparked a variety of reactions online. Many commenters suggested it could be a biblical sign, with some fearing it represents divine wrath. Others speculate that it may be a rare and unexplained weather phenomenon. So what do you think this could be? Love to hear your thoughts and theories on this one in the comments down below. This mysterious piece of footage appears to show an unusual late-night encounter that can't really be explained. A woman is filming her walk down a dimly lit pathway. Immediately, we get the sense that the woman thinks something's wrong, hence why she's filming in the first place. We see a jogger run past and the woman turns the camera to see behind her. Watch what happens. As you can see, when she turns the camera back, the jogger has vanished, nowhere to be seen. Eerily, the jogger appears again, this time on her left-hand side. That's when something even more frightening happens. Watch. If we watch it again, the jogger appears on her left-hand side, pauses, then creepily runs at the woman backwards. She turns and runs and the clip ends. When this clip hit the internet, speculation ran rife as the footage racked up thousands of views. Some comments suggested the footage was from a movie but couldn't name which one. Others hoped the whole thing was staged, because the thought of a freaky, vanishing, backwards running man was just too much to bear. Either way, it's definitely a weird piece of footage that's unnerving, whatever way you look at it. Residents of a quiet neighborhood in York County, Pennsylvania experienced a strange and unsettling late-night visit, all captured by a homeowner's Ring doorbell camera.
I am the box demon. I believe this box is a gift for you.
On March 11th, 2025, just after dark, a mysterious figure approached the porch wearing a bizarre homemade disguise quickly dubbed the Box Demon.
I am the box demon. I am the box demon. I believe this box is a gift for you.
Creepily announcing, "I am the Box Demon," the individual placed a large cardboard box on the homeowner's doorstep, describing it ominously as a gift, before abruptly disappearing back into the shadows. The bizarre encounter quickly ignited panic and speculation in the local community and then nationwide as news outlets picked up the surreal footage.
I am the box demon. I believe this box is a gift for you.
Initially, neighbours expressed fear, with news anchors admitting the footage genuinely freaked us out. Theories about demonic prowlers or menacing clowns circulated widely online. However, authorities swiftly tracked down and interviewed the so-called demon, revealing a more mundane truth. It was simply a human prankster attempting a misguided viral stunt.
I am the box demon. I am the box demon.
Though the cardboard box turned out empty, likely intended merely to unsettle, the motive behind the prank remains unclear. Even after police assurances that no threat existed, the box demon has lived on as an urban legend in social media retellings, an eerie testament to how easily a simple mask and mysterious proclamation can spark fear and fascination alike.
I am the box demon. I believe this box is a gift for you.
This next piece of strange home security footage comes with unknown origins, but captures something genuinely unsettling.
Run.
In the brief yet eerie clip, a shadowy figure slowly emerges from just beyond the homeowner's mailbox, lingering ominously in view. Initially, many viewers dismissed it as merely a mischievous teenager playing a prank, or perhaps a burglar discreetly scoping out the property. However, a closer look reveals something deeply unsettling. At first, the figure appears as a vague, shadow-like form, but then, inexplicably, a face emerges clearly from within the darkness. This unnerving detail has sparked intense speculation online, with numerous commenters convinced that this is no ordinary intruder, but possibly a shadow figure, or even a ghost caught on camera. Due to the lack of information and the original uploader's identity being unknown, the footage remains shrouded in mystery. In 2009, YouTuber Thomas Rengstorff posted a strange video showing his latest animatronic creation. Little did he know the disturbing figure would take the internet by storm, earning a place in the Nightmare Hall of Fame. The animatronic is modelled to look like the late pop star Michael Jackson. It moves in time with music that plays in the background. However, as the song plays and the animatronic figure's differently sized eyes stare into the camera, you can hear the distinct sounds of a man screaming. There's also an eerie voice speaking incomprehensibly. Videos and stories of the creation spread like wildfire. The animatronic figure was eventually named El Ini Ayawaki, an intentional misspelling of Annie Are You Okay, which is a popular lyric from Jackson's song Smooth Criminal. The lore claims that the hideous Ayawaki might appear in your bedroom, always at around 3 AM. The quiet of the night would be shattered by a sound resembling Jackson's iconic hee hee. The infamy of Ayawaki led to other videos, comics, and memes. The most famous is this supposedly cursed video shared by YouTuber Van Az. The video shows a creature with Ayawaki's face atop a pair of long legs clad in loose black pants. The creature has no torso, neck, or arms. It walks up a set of stairs and then begins dancing manically. The muffled Spanish narration tells the story of a man coming across a Michael Jackson CD lying in the street. After playing the CD, he goes insane and is committed to an asylum. Some say the video is cursed, and that watching it even just once could induce panic disorders, anxiety, and deep feelings of existential dread. There's even rumours of people slipping into a permanent state of psychosis. Not a lot's known about this next clip, but it's been making the social rounds these past few weeks. This version was re-uploaded by dailytruehorror.in. These two girls are filming themselves walking home after a night out. It's all fun and games until this happens. Someone or something is standing ominously in the shadows. If you zoom in, it almost looks like it doesn't have a head. The girls run away in a panic, and the clip ends abruptly. So what do you think's going on here? Is it just a staged hoax, or did they genuinely encounter something strange? Let me know in the comments down below. This next clip seems to show something you'd expect to see in a superhero movie: a man summoning a tornado out of thin air. While it may sound hard to believe, skeptics will have a hard time disproving it after watching the clip. Take a look. This seemingly impossible event is captured by a security camera overlooking a skate park. If we watch it again, the man stands still for a moment. He raises his arms out wide as a small but visible cyclone forms where he stands. While others panic and move away, the man moves slowly, giving the viewers the impression he's not at all worried about the strong winds. Debris and other objects nearby seem to be impacted by the strong winds as the man walks around the small area. It then looks like he goes into a nearby building and the wind moves with him. Though he's no longer visible, the winds continue to focus on the building, working away at it until a portion of the roof is blown clear off. Although it seems impossible, the small cyclone appears to have moved with the man. The man's strange stance and calm demeanour seem to suggest the winds were somehow being controlled by him. Although this sort of power should be impossible outside of the world of fiction, this clip begs viewers to reconsider just what is truly possible in this world. Love to hear your opinions on what's going on in this mysterious footage in the comments section below. Instagram user Butor Decor Kahini has shared an unsettling piece of CCTV footage that's left viewers debating the paranormal. Captured inside of a hospital, the footage shows a terminally ill patient lying in bed. Nurses confirm the room was empty aside from the patient, yet the video seems to reveal something quite eerie. Looks like a ghostly hand reaching out towards the patient. Many commenters were quick to suggest that the ethereal hand might be a guardian angel offering comfort to the patient in their final moments. Others, however, lean towards a more skeptical explanation, speculating that the phenomenon could simply be glare on the camera's lens or another optical illusion. The footage adds to the long-standing debate about whether unseen forces visit those near the end of their lives, or if such sightings are merely tricks of the light or hallucinations of a dying brain. Either way, the haunting image has struck an emotional chord with viewers. Here's a quick clip for all of you who are afraid of being alone in the woods. Take a look. The footage, uploaded to Instagram by user OVO2, shows a worker attempting to fix his chainsaw in the middle of nowhere, when suddenly a spine-tingling howl reverberates around the remote landscape. Understandably, the worker seems spooked by the sound and quickly heads back to his vehicle's cabin for safety. So what would you do if you were on the job all alone in the woods and you heard this eerie sound? Would you stick around to see if you can catch a glimpse of the creature that made it? Or would you just phone the boss and tell him nope? Let me know in the comments down below. This next strange sighting was uploaded to Facebook by George Campos. Take a look and see if you can explain what it is. As you can see, there's a bizarre moving formation in the sky. It almost looks like a reflection or a shadow of several objects moving through the clouds. Stranger still, just below, you see several disc-shaped objects falling downwards. Several commenters suggested it was an example of Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory first proposed by journalist Sergei Monast in 1994. According to Monast, NASA, with the help of the United Nations, is implementing a New Age religion with the Antichrist as its head figure. Monast believes NASA will project images of the second coming of Christ in the clouds using advanced holographic technology. While the theory is interesting, this footage doesn't exactly show a floating Jesus head high up in the sky. Some viewers thought it might be a trick of the light or some kind of mirage. So what do you make of this bizarre sighting? Share your theories with the community down below. A strange video uploaded to TikTok by paranormal_tops has left viewers unsettled, with many wondering if the footage might capture an encounter with something otherworldly. Footage from 2 different security cameras shows a man standing on a quiet street. At first glance, it seems ordinary. He's gesturing and speaking as though engaged in conversation with someone. But upon reviewing the security recordings, the man realized something chilling. No one else is visible on the footage. According to the man, he was approached by a stranger who asked him, "Excuse me, where is the pine forest?" He insists he clearly saw and spoke to the person, yet the cameras captured only him on the street, talking and waving into empty space. The unsettling clip sparked debate among TikTok viewers, with one commenter pointing out, just where he stops and starts waving, a kind of vapor trail passes in the background. Stories of people claiming to see or speak with figures that don't appear on film are a recurring theme in paranormal lore. Some believe spirits can manipulate perception, appearing only to certain individuals. Whether it was a supernatural encounter or something else entirely, this video has left thousands scratching their heads. So what do you think? Did this man really speak to a ghostly stranger, or is there another explanation for the eerie footage? Let me know your take in the comments section below. While a spiritual possession may sound like something that only happens in sinister haunted places, videos like this call that idea into doubt. In fact, this video might just be proof of a man being possessed in public, in broad daylight, with numerous people around. At the start of the video, the viewer's attention is drawn to a man standing in a pedestrian area just off the road. A car, likely belonging to the man himself, is parked nearby. A motorcyclist and other pedestrians can be seen walking by over the course of the video while the man paces around. However, what happens next will give you chills. As you can see, a shadowy figure emerges from the direction of the road. The figure is dark and distorted, as though the camera is unable to focus on it. The eerie shape seems to enter the man and disappear. The man doesn't react at all and continues walking. When this clip went live, speculation ran rife in the comments section. Many viewers were certain that the strange dark shadow possessed the man. Many called it a demonic entity. Others took a more level-headed approach and suggested it was just a fly on the lens of the security camera, and it just so happened to look like it entered the man. So did we just witness a demonic possession, or was it just an insect on the lens? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments section below.
I really don't know what happened.
To lighten things up a touch, here's a quick and weird one captured during one of comedian Zach Zucker's live comedy shows recently. As he's telling a joke, something quite strange happens. Watch.
A little bit of comedy in the room, if that's all right with you. You know what I mean? Okay, where did that go? Okay. Did I just do magic?
Half the mic stand seems to vanish.
A little bit of comedy in the room, if that's all right with you. You know what I mean? Okay, where did that go?
At first it appears to be part of the act, but as the show goes on you can see that Zach legitimately doesn't know what actually happened.
I really don't know what happened. I mean, I don't know what to do.
Many commenters chimed in saying it's a glimpse at the Matrix once again failing, hinting that we're all living in a simulation. So what do you think's going on here? Where did the mic stand go? Love to hear your thoughts and theories on this one down below.
A little bit of comedy in the room, if that's all right with you. You know what I mean? Okay, where did that go? Okay.
Instagram user PARANORMAL recently uploaded chilling footage that has left paranormal enthusiasts baffled. Allegedly sourced from official police security cameras, the short clip reveals an eerie apparition-like shape rapidly flying directly toward the camera lens. The unsettling video sparked immediate speculation online. Was this a ghost caught on tape, or perhaps an unidentified creature lurking in the dark? Viewers debated wildly in the comments. Some argued passionately for paranormal activity, pointing to the fluid, ghostly motion as evidence. Skeptics countered that it might merely be an insect or even debris caught on camera at just the right angle to produce the eerie visual effect. Yet no definitive answer has emerged, leaving the clip firmly in unexplained territory. In early June, Facebook user Kaya Long uploaded a truly unsettling piece of home security footage. Captured clearly by the home's CCTV camera, a small Ninja Turtles toy can be seen inexplicably sliding across the floor entirely by itself without any visible external force. Many viewers insist the toy definitely moved by itself with no visible string or device causing it. Others pointed out that the toy has no electronic components, eliminating another possible explanation. To date, the strange movement remains unexplained, leaving both the uploader and online commenters convinced they might have witnessed genuine paranormal activity caught on camera. A short and unsettling video uploaded to TikTok by Nicolopernicus has left viewers divided after capturing a man behaving strangely in what appears to be a parking lot. The eerie footage quickly went viral, with some viewers claiming the man's bizarre posture and movements seemed not entirely human. A few even suggested a paranormal explanation, likening his behaviour to demonic possession or trance-like states seen in alleged haunting footage. Others, however, offered more grounded theories, pointing to possible drug use or mental distress, suggesting that the man's erratic actions might have a medical or psychological cause rather than a supernatural one. Whatever the reason, it's a clip that's hard to forget. With most phones doubling as cameras these days, it seems that more and more videos are surfacing that purport to show so-called glitches in the Matrix. In this bizarre clip, we see a woman behaving very strangely indeed.
Wait. Babe, stop cussing. Wait, she's not moving at all.
That's what I'm saying. What is going on here?
The bewildered voices of the two people filming her can be heard as they witness the woman frozen in place for some time.
What is she looking at?
What is she doing?
Describing her behaviour as creepy, the pair continue to film her.
That's actually really concerning.
Very creepy. I don't know what's going on here.
Eventually, several people on the street begin to notice the woman.
Look, is no one seeing this? What is going on?
Slowly, one of them approaches the woman, who still appears to be completely frozen in position. Oddly, this action seems to jolt her out of her state, and she continues on walking as if nothing ever happened.
What?
One possible explanation for this woman's bizarre behaviour is a medical condition known as absence seizures. These seizures generally last only a few seconds, and those that experience them may not be aware that anything has happened. Absence seizures are caused by abnormal and excessive electrical activity in the brain, but the exact trigger is unclear. During an episode, the person may stop talking mid-sentence or pause in an activity without preceding warning, then resume normal behaviour immediately afterward with no memory of the incident. So could this be a cause of the lady's strange behaviour? Or is it really proof of a so-called glitch in the Matrix?
Is it easy for you to meet people? I mean, or is it kind of tricky because of who you are?
During an interview on the Jonathan Ross show, pop icon Britney Spears made an unusual remark that's had conspiracy theorists buzzing.
But other than that, it's too much. It's like, I went with this one guy and he just he looked like a lizard. I was so scared.
She casually mentioned meeting a man who, in her words, looked like a lizard.
He was sitting outside, I turned him, I was like, oh my God. I was like, holy shit, he looks just like a lizard, and I had to go. It was really bad.
So you just left? Wow.
Immediately.
For most, it was nothing more than a strange description. But for some corners of the internet, this became instant fuel for the long-running reptilian theory, the belief that shape-shifting lizard beings secretly influence human affairs. Popularized by author David Icke in the 1990s, the idea blends ancient serpent myths with modern distrust of elites. Believers often point to odd celebrity moments or strange slips of the tongue as possible evidence. Skeptics, of course, argue Britney's comment was likely light-hearted or metaphorical, with no hidden meaning at all. Still, a superstar's offhand remark was all it took to keep the reptilian conspiracy alive online. So what do you think? Was this just a throwaway joke, or did Britney unknowingly step into one of the strangest conspiracy theories of our time?
But other than that, it's too much. It's like, I went with this one guy and he just he looked like a lizard. I was so scared.
So you just left? Wow.
Immediately.
This unsettling piece of footage was uploaded to TikTok by user Boaz83. While traveling through the Appalachian Mountains, a camper van owner was jolted awake in the middle of the night by strange scratching sounds outside. For a brief moment, its glowing eyes pierced through the darkness. Some viewers think it was a mountain lion or another big cat, but given the location, deep in the Appalachian Mountains, others wonder if it could be something far stranger. The Appalachians are rich with supernatural lore. Tales of the Mothman, a winged, red-eyed creature said to be an omen of disaster, have circulated since the 1960s. Legends also speak of the Wampus Cat, a mysterious feline beast tied to Cherokee folklore. There are stories of sheep squatch, devil dogs, and strange lights known as brown mountain lights flickering across the ridges. And some locals whisper of skinwalkers or witches in the woods, shapeshifters drawn from native traditions and frontier superstition. So was this a prowling predator? Or could the Appalachians have revealed one of their cryptid secrets? A woman named Carly and her husband have captured a very odd event on camera. In August 2022, the pair had just finishing milking cows on a dairy farm in Simpson, Victoria, Australia, when they saw something odd moving in one of the paddocks. To their surprise, there was an adult Australian fur seal lumbering its way through the fields. While this might not be so unusual if the area were located along the coastline, the farm where the seal was spotted was actually 30 kilometres or over 18 miles from the ocean. As you can see in the footage, the out-of-place seal appears to spook the cattle as it waddles in for a closer inspection. Understandable too, as neither animal likely has any idea what the other is. Questions have been raised about how the seal actually managed to travel more than 18 miles inland all by itself. However, this isn't the first time an animal's been discovered far from its natural habitat. In 2013, hikers on England's highest mountain, Scafell Pike, discovered an octopus lying on a rock. The hikers were picking up some trash when they stumbled across the unusual discovery just 10 meters from the summit. While it's unclear how the sea creature got there, one hiker thought it might have been dropped by a passing bird overhead. This is certainly possible, however, in the case of the seal seen in this video, the creature's obviously far too heavy to have been carried away by a bird. So then, how did the seal really waddle all that way by itself? Is there something more mysterious going on? Let me know your theories in the comments down below. A chilling video originally uploaded to TikTok by user I'mNotBeautiful509 and later re-uploaded by lkukui.tv has left viewers unsettled after capturing what appears to be a disturbing scene in the early morning hours. The footage, allegedly filmed somewhere in California at 3 AM, shows an old ice cream van driving slowly down a dark street. The vehicle's side door is wide open and inside a person can be seen sitting on a refrigerator unit. But the creepiest detail according to the uploader is that no driver is visible. From the angle of the video, the van seems to move on its own, raising questions about what's really happening inside. One viewer thought that the video should be sent to the police, saying that it was getting too scary for women and children due to recent kidnappings. This comment echoes broader concerns about ice cream trucks being used as potential lures, a long-standing urban fear that seems amplified by this unsettling footage. A puzzling video of strange lights in the sky has recently emerged, capturing the attention of conspiracy theorists and curious onlookers alike. The exact location of the incident is unknown, but it's believed to have taken place somewhere in Asia. Take a look. The footage reveals what initially appears to be a strange anomaly in the sky, with the camera holder zooming in to reveal what looks like a graphical error or glitch in the sky. This bizarre sighting has prompted a variety of theories, ranging from Truman Show-esque damage to a hypothetical dome to a glitch in the Matrix. The glitch in the Matrix theory delves into the philosophical idea that we could be living in a simulation, with the strange sighting in the sky potentially being evidence of a malfunction in the simulated reality. This concept has been a popular subject of discussion and debate, with proponents arguing that it could explain various unexplained phenomena. The simulation hypothesis, also known as the simulation argument or simulation theory, is a philosophical concept that suggests our reality may be a computer-generated simulation. This idea, which has gained significant traction in recent years, posits that advanced civilizations could create highly sophisticated simulations of reality, possibly for research, entertainment, or other purposes. As a result, it raises the question of whether our own reality is in fact a product of such a simulation. The simulation hypothesis can be traced back to earlier philosophical thought experiments such as brain in a vat scenarios or René Descartes' evil demon argument. However, the modern form of the theory is often attributed to philosopher Nick Bostrom, who published a seminal paper in 2003 titled, "Are You Living in a Computer Simulation?" In the paper, Bostrom presents a trilemma which posits that one of the following propositions must be true. Number 1. Almost all civilizations at our level of technological development go extinct before they develop the capability to create highly realistic simulations. Number 2. Advanced civilizations that reach the necessary level of technological sophistication are not interested in running ancestor simulations. Number 3. We're almost certainly living in a computer simulation. The simulation hypothesis has garnered support from various notable figures, including entrepreneur Elon Musk, who's famously stated that the odds of us living in a base reality are 1 in billions. Additionally, some physicists and cosmologists have pointed to certain features of our universe, such as the quantized nature of space-time, as potential evidence for a simulated reality. However, the theory has also faced its fair share of criticism. Critics argue that the hypothesis is untestable, rendering it more of a philosophical thought experiment than a scientific theory. Others contend that the ethical implications of simulating conscious beings would deter advanced civilizations from creating such simulations. Despite these criticisms, the simulation hypothesis continues to provoke thought and debate. While the notion of living in a simulated reality may seem unsettling or far-fetched, it encourages us to examine our understanding of reality and the limits of our own perceptions. So could this footage be a glimpse into a malfunctioning simulated reality? Take another look and decide for yourself. During the 18th annual Penfield Little League Summer Slam in upstate New York, an ordinary game took an extraordinary turn. A security camera captured the moment a dust devil materialized as a young batter prepared to swing. Players and umpires scattered, seeking cover as dirt and debris swirled through the infield. This isn't the first time nature has disrupted youth sports. In 2018, a similar whirlwind forced a timeout during a Little League game in Libertyville, Illinois, with players and fans alike stunned by the sudden tornado-like vortex. Local media and meteorologists emphasize that while dramatic, dust devils are typically harmless if handled with caution, unlike the severe danger that real tornadoes can pose. This moment in Penfield reminds us just how unpredictable nature can be, even on cloudless, sunny afternoons. TikTok user FreshGuy1, posting from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, shared a chilling clip after being woken in the middle of the night by what sounded like screaming outside. He stepped onto his balcony and looked toward a neighbour's house, and that's when he caught sight of something terrifying. Inside the house, you can see a long-limbed figure menacing over a person. Viewers describe the shape as a towering black shadow, more than 8 feet tall, with an outline eerily similar to a Grim Reaper or something outright demonic. So far, the uploader hasn't shared any follow-up footage, though he promised to post more if the entity appears again. Was this just a trick of the light, or did this balcony witness capture something far darker lurking in his neighbour's home? A strange football moment captured during a match between River Plate and Boca Juniors has left fans scratching their heads.
Atención que va River, va Barco, vino al centro, cerradito, chiquito, se queda con la pelota.
The short clip, uploaded to Reddit by user Junior150396, has been described by viewers as a possible glitch in the Matrix.
Atención que va River, va Barco, vino al centro, cerradito, chiquito, se queda.
The footage shows a tense free kick. As the ball flies toward the goal, it appears to strike the crossbar and bounce back into play. But just as fans might expect the goalkeeper to scramble, the camera reveals something shocking. The keeper is already holding the ball firmly in his hands. The event has left fans utterly baffled. The TikTok comment section exploded with theories. Many were convinced it was a classic glitch in the Matrix moment, evidence perhaps of reality glitching out on live television. But not everyone bought into the paranormal angle. A handful of sharp-eyed viewers suggested a more grounded cause. The ball hitting the crossbar may have actually been a bird or balloon flying across the pitch at the perfect moment. With the angle of the camera and the speed of play, it could create the illusion of the ball ricocheting off the frame of the goal, while in reality, the goalkeeper had already caught the shot cleanly. So, what do you think? Was this reality breaking down during one of football's biggest rivalries, or just a bird stealing the spotlight at exactly the wrong moment? A perplexing video clip has ignited a flurry of speculation and debate among Reddit users. Uploaded by user Ron Swayze, the footage captures an unusual occurrence during a lightning storm. Although the user didn't record the footage themselves, they turned to Reddit to seek answers for the strange phenomena observed in the clip. Watch what happens. The footage shows a bolt of lightning hanging on the horizon at night time. Suddenly, an unidentified object appears to fall out of the sky. The sighting has prompted discussions about UFOs and theories that aliens may use lightning storms to refuel their crafts. A zoomed-in version of the footage with adjusted brightness reveals the falling object to be spinning as it descends to Earth. The The unusual nature of the object has led some viewers to draw comparisons to the iconic War of the Worlds. However, not everyone's convinced of its otherworldly origins. Some users suggest that the object could be a raindrop on a window in the foreground, creating an optical illusion that makes it appear as if the object is falling in the distance. One Redditor, First Impression, disagrees with the raindrop theory, noting, "It looks to me like it appears from behind the dark cloud. There's no other moisture on the window and no visible water trail left behind, as a drip might leave running down a window." As the debate continues to unfold, the true nature of the mysterious object remains uncertain. Is it a UFO, evidence of alien activity, or simply a raindrop? With no definitive answers yet, the internet will continue to ponder this bizarre occurrence. This next video is certainly a noggin scratcher. It was captured on the Auckland motorway in New Zealand as the camera holder was passing a truck parked by the side of the road.
There's a sheep on top of the truck, guys.
As you can see, there's a single sheep standing on the roof of the vehicle. A voice can be heard calling out from the car, trying to alert the driver of the truck. However, it soon becomes obvious that he seems aware of the bizarre situation.
Got a sheep on the roof?
The car slowly begins to pass the truck, and as it does, you can actually see that it's full of sheep. They all seem to be well secured, and there doesn't appear to be any way for a single sheep to escape, let alone get onto the top of the roof. Moreover, looking at the height of the vehicle, it seems that there's just no way that the lone animal could have jumped up there either. So how did the sheep manage to get on top of the truck? The video ends and we're left with no explanation. We'd love to hear your theories on this one. Can you think of a plausible way that the sheep could have gotten onto the truck's roof? Let us know down below. On December 16th, 2024 at 3:04 PM GMT time, something peculiar was spotted on NASA's International Space Station ISS live stream feed. Two unidentified glowing lights passed across the camera's view, catching the attention of viewers. However, the incident took an even stranger turn when the live feed suddenly cut out, replaced by a placeholder message stating the interruption was unexpected and that the live stream would resume shortly. Reddit user Miller CPT1 managed to save footage of the event before the stream went dark, quickly sharing it to the platform. The clip went viral, fueling speculation about the glowing orbs and the suspicious timing of the live stream disconnection. Theories range from technical glitches to more dramatic possibilities involving extraterrestrial life or advanced aerial technology. With recent congressional hearings on UAPs and numerous drone sightings across the United States, many are speculating that public disclosure about unidentified phenomena could be on the horizon. Whether the lights are a part of a routine anomaly or something more extraordinary, the incident has reignited conversations about transparency and the potential for a larger revelation about UAPs. As always, the question remains, will full disclosure ever come? Only time will tell. TikTok user LuzMary176 recently shared a series of baffling videos. Beginning in early March 2025, the user uploaded their first video after noticing something deeply peculiar about a painting they had created themselves during the pandemic. They quickly grabbed their phone to capture what was happening, and what appeared on camera defies explanation.
¿Ya viste?
Ay, no mames, no mames. Sí.
In the unsettling clip, viewers were astonished to see what clearly resembles movement inside the painting itself, almost like a cloud gently shifting within the artwork.
Se mueve en el cuadro. Fíjate bien, quédatele viendo. ¿Ya viste?
Ay, no mames, no mames. Sí.
The strange footage quickly went viral, amassing over 3.4 million views and generating tens of thousands of comments from viewers desperately attempting to explain the phenomenon. In response to skeptical comments suggesting that reflective glossy paint might explain the strange movement, the uploader created a follow-up video.
Es pintura mate. No se refleja.
Here, they clarified that the painting used entirely matte paint, significantly reducing reflectivity.
Es pintura mate. No se refleja.
Ay, güey, no mames.
In a third video, the movement seems to appear once more, albeit subtly. The comment section soon erupted with theories. Some viewers speculated that the painting could have absorbed emotional energy due to being created during the emotionally charged period of the pandemic. One particularly striking theory emerged from a commenter claiming to be clairvoyant, suggesting the painting shows a trapped woman who was cursed by her husband's lover. As intriguing and unsettling as these theories are, no one has yet provided a convincing explanation for the mysterious movement inside this painting, leaving the TikTok community perplexed and fascinated.
Se mueve en el cuadro. Fíjate bien, quédatele viendo. ¿Ya viste?
Ay, no mames, no mames. Sí.
Cryptids are animals that are claimed to exist but have never been scientifically classified. The footage you're about to see, which was submitted to the Facebook group Alta Extrañiza by Alberto Rodriguez, shows a creature so strange it not only falls outside the realms of scientific classification, it almost defies explanation. It's not known exactly where the clip was filmed, but some think it's somewhere in South America. It starts off showing two farmers that seem a little on edge.
Que andan por el agua, pero no es así. Tiene esa cabra de ahí agarrado en el cuello. Pongan atención a eso.
They seem to be particularly cautious of one of the goats.
Véanlo.
It's brief, but we can see something has attached itself to one of the goats.
Mírenlo. ¿Qué es eso que tiene guindado aquí?
Here it is slowed down. It almost looks like an enormous bat. Seconds later, things turn from strange to outright creepy. Take a look.
Ahí, mírenlo. Mírenlo ahí.
Watching that again, the creature detaches itself from the goat and tries to escape across the yard, but as it does, it seems to resemble a thin shadow slithering along the ground.
Mírenlo ahí.
Here it is, slowed down. The farmers chase the creature to a nearby river where they try to drive it off the property.
Miren al detalle, porque miren lo que va a pasar ahí. Miren eso. Vean, ahí lo persiguen hacia el agua.
Later, we see a brief shot from a stationary camera showing the creature crawl across a rock.
Veanlo. Ellos dejan la cámara ahí quietecita y mírenlo donde lo encuentran.
The clip ends and we're left wondering what the heck it is we just saw. Most viewers have been at a loss to explain what type of creature this is. Some have suggested the chupacabra, a famous cryptid rooted in South American folklore. They're notorious for their alleged vampirism, as many farmers have reported that they drink the blood of livestock, particularly goats. While the initial shot of the creature in this clip does match some descriptions of the chupacabra, a large head with fangs and bat-like ears, It's when it escapes across the yard that things get even more difficult to explain. How does the creature go from looking like a large bat to a thin, slithering shadow? This is a question that no one's been able to answer. Short of this footage being a very well executed hoax, this strange encounter will have to remain a complete mystery.
Mírenlo, mírenlo ahí. Véanlo. Ellos dejan la cámara ahí quietecita y mírenlo donde lo encuentran.
This next video, shared to Facebook by Tamara Llewellyn, was captured at the Angus Steakhouse and Seafood in Calabash, North Carolina. Take a look. Some might immediately see the curtain and dismiss its movements as being caused by a draft. However, if you look closely, it appears as though two small hands are manipulating the curtain from behind. The poster assures that there was no one behind the door, which hadn't been open for about 20 minutes. No animals were present either, to explain the strange phenomenon.
Weird.
The poster goes on to note that despite the presence of a vent on the ceiling to the right, the peculiar motion seemed disconnected from any airflow or activity in the restaurant. So what do you think's causing this strange movement? Watch the clip again and let me know in the comments down below. TikTok user This Crafty Gal has left viewers stunned after sharing some bizarre footage from late November 2024, showing what appears to be a crack in the sky. The video, which quickly went viral, shows a strange moving line in the middle of the sky. The user described it as resembling a ripple of water.
You see him? It was like something cut through it.
The eerie phenomenon has sparked countless theories, with many pointing to the infamous Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory popularized in the early 1990s by journalist Sergei Monast. According to Monast, the theory posits that global governments and secret organizations will use advanced holographic technology to simulate a world-changing event. The alleged goal? To destabilize society and usher in a new world order. Key elements of this theory include simulated images of religious figures or alien invasions projected into the sky to manipulate public perception. They'd manipulate emotions using advanced sound and light technology to evoke fear or awe. They'd also try and control through chaos, convincing people that supernatural or extraterrestrial forces are at play to consolidate global power. While there's no concrete evidence to support the theory, it remains a popular topic in conspiracy circles, particularly whenever strange atmospheric phenomena like this video emerge. Despite widespread theories, there's no definitive explanation for this footage. Whether it's an atmospheric oddity, a glitch in the fabric of reality, or part of a larger technological experiment remains unclear. What's certain, however, is the sense of unease it sparked across social media.
That guy was looking, you see him? It was like something cut through it.
A curious photo shared by Ghosts of London has viewers scratching their heads. In reality, the boy's eyes are closed, but in the reflection, his eyes appear wide open. Adding to the mystery, a faint orb-like mist can be seen floating above his head. Some have speculated this could be evidence of a doppelganger, a ghostly double said to appear as a mirror image of the living. Others believe it's simply a camera or lighting glitch, with the orb explained away as dust or lens flare. Still, the unsettling mismatch between the child and his reflection has left many viewers stumped. The Chelyabinsk State Museum in southern Russia is home to numerous interesting artifacts. However, one of the most intriguing items displayed at the museum is a fragment of the Chelyabinsk meteor. The largest surviving fragment of the meteorite resides in a glass case cabinet inside the museum. To lift the dome covering the meteorite, a museum official must obtain formal approval, so it's rarely opened. The remote control that operates the 4 separate motors is kept in a secret place, watched by a security camera. Yet, in December of 2019, a different security camera recorded something unusual, the case lifting on its own. No one had been authorized to open the case, and the remote was secured in its usual place. Some state that it was most likely a mechanical glitch, but the odds of all 4 motors malfunctioning simultaneously are highly unlikely. Several theories have been put forth. Some believe that the heavy glass must have been lifted by a poltergeist or some kind of paranormal force. Others have suggested that the meteorite might have exuded an extraterrestrial force that made all 4 motors malfunction. This chunk of space rock entered Earth's atmosphere over Russia in 2013, burning brighter than the sun. Because of its humongous size and heavy atmospheric pressure, the meteor burst in the sky, creating a violent shockwave, hot dust and gas, and numerous smaller fragments of rock that sped to the ground. The energy from the blast was approximately 26 times as much as was produced by the atomic bomb that destroyed Hiroshima in 1945. According to authorities, 1,491 people were injured by the blast. Injuries ranged from broken bones and concussions to flash blindness and ultraviolet burns. Around 7,200 buildings were also damaged by the blast. So what do you think made the glass move? Poltergeist, extraterrestrial energy, or simply motor malfunction? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. When NASA's Curiosity rover snapped photos of Mars's rocky landscape, few expected the images to ignite an alien conspiracy. Enter Scott C. Waring, a UFO researcher known for scouring NASA imagery in search of extraterrestrial secrets. In late 2022, Waring announced an astonishing discovery. What he claims is an ancient alien statue lying toppled among Martian rocks.
Now look right over here.
Zooming into a specific NASA photo, he points out distinct facial features. 2 eyes, a prominent nose, a mouth, and even what appears to be a crown-like structure atop the figure's head. Remarkably, he notes that one of the statue's eyes looks damaged, which he speculates resulted from the statue's fall. Waring presented his findings in a detailed YouTube video, enhancing the NASA image with color filters to highlight the supposed humanoid shape clearly.
A broken sculpture had fallen from higher up and got lodged between a rock and the hillside itself.
He argues this figure is definitive proof of an intelligent civilization that once inhabited Mars, though perhaps reptilian rather than human, due to the unusual facial structure. This isn't Waring's first provocative claim. Earlier, he suggested another NASA photo showed a miniature man-made doorway for tiny Martian beings. But space experts have quickly countered this statue theory. Most astronomers attribute these kinds of sightings to pareidolia, our brain's tendency to see familiar shapes, especially faces, in random patterns. NASA itself hasn't specifically commented on this anomaly, but continuously reminds the public that Mars remains barren and inhospitable, with no verified signs of past or present life yet discovered. Despite skepticism from experts, Waring's Martian statue continues to captivate the imagination, blending genuine space exploration imagery with a tantalizing dose of interplanetary mystery.
A broken sculpture had fallen from higher up and got lodged between a rock and the hillside itself.
A peculiar burglary took place recently in Sunbury, Victoria, capturing attention for an unexpected reason. On April 23rd, around 1:10 a.m, CCTV cameras recorded a silver Holden Commodore entering a school's parking lot. As the suspect exited the vehicle, he surprised viewers by breaking into a jaunty dance routine, seemingly oblivious to the cameras capturing every move. After his brief performance, the dancing burglar proceeded to break into the school, stealing 3 laptops and a projector valued at over $5,000. Police described the suspect as a Caucasian male, likely in his 30s, with a medium build and long dark brown hair. At the time of the incident, he wore a distinctive red and black hooded jumper, black running shoes, a red headband and blue gloves. Police have since released footage of the incident, hoping someone recognises the toe-tapping culprit. If anyone has any information regarding this unusual crime, they're urged to contact Crime Stoppers Australia on 1-800-333-0000. This next short clip has unknown origins, but was uploaded to the YouTube channel Paseo Infinito. It shows a group investigating an old abandoned house. As they look around upstairs, they spot something super unsettling. As you can see, there's a strange face in the mirror just above the staircase. After spotting it, the camera holder runs off screaming. Unfortunately, we don't know the original source of this clip, so it's hard to delve deeper into what's happening. It would be good to know the location and who was actually filming. If you know where this clip is from, let us know down below. A short but unsettling video uploaded to TikTok by the Scare Hub has left viewers baffled after capturing bizarre behaviour at an outdoor gym. Her companion quickly notices and, clearly unsettled, steps away before walking off entirely, leaving the woman continuing her unnerving routine alone. The clip ends without explanation, but the woman's rigid posture and vacant expression have drawn dozens of theories online. Some viewers suggested she might be possessed under the influence of something unseen, or even moving in a trance-like state. Others offered more rational takes, that she could be experiencing a medical issue, or that the clip might have been staged to look more sinister than it is. Whatever the truth, the woman's unnatural movements give the video an undeniably creepy edge, another mysterious clip that feels straight out of a real-life horror scene. Our last clip of the day comes from the Instagram account curious.chills. This father of 2 starts filming after his daughter reports something strange looking in through their window. Watch what happens. He looks outside.
Nowhere, stay right here.
But there's nothing there. Now take a look in slow motion. Here's what was peering inside of the window. Now let me know down in the comments section, what would you do if you were in this exact situation?
She always says it's haunted because it sounds like somebody is walking around upstairs. I've never heard it until now.
A TikTok video uploaded by user Chawachi has gone viral for its eerie, yet odd twist on a possible paranormal encounter. The account isn't usually associated with ghost footage either, which makes this chilling upload all the more striking. The clip begins with the poster explaining that he's home alone at his girlfriend's house, a place she claims may be haunted. According to her, she often hears footsteps moving around upstairs when no one else is home. On this occasion, it was the first time the poster had ever heard the sound for himself.
I've never heard it until now. I always said it's not haunted because the house is a little old. But it legit sounds like there's somebody upstairs.
The poster approaches the staircase and calls out,
"Who's up there?"
Receiving no reply, he escalates the challenge.
"Come down these stairs and I will swing on you, I promise."
Seconds later, the sound of heavy footsteps thundering down the stairs fills the house. Without hesitation, the man swings a punch into the air, as if trying to knock out an unseen figure. The comment section lit up with a mix of amazement, amusement, and disbelief. Many viewers applauded the man's decision to stand his ground rather than running away, as is common in these kinds of encounters. Others admitted the clip gave them chills, noting how real the footsteps sounded as they pounded down the staircase. How do you think you would react in this type of situation? Would you get your swing on or run for the door? Let me know down below.
Oh my god, they're like at the top of the stairs. "Come down these stairs and I will swing on you, I promise."
In Bristol, UK, there have been strange sightings of a man wearing a shed on his head. For years, people have reported seeing a person with a sort of shed helmet walking the local streets, but were unsure whether it was some kind of publicity stunt or prank. In this video here, uploaded to YouTube by Edward Jenkins, you can see one such sighting of the infamous shed head. The shed is adorned with brightly coloured lights that flash in time with techno music blaring from the structure. The shed's chimney often spouts small flames and smoke, making it hard to miss the bizarre spectacle. Subsequent sightings have been popping up all around the internet. This video here, from an unknown source, shows the man walking down the street as the shed blares out music. The man behind the shed engages in relatively normal behaviour while going about town. As the music blares and the chimney smokes, he walks the streets, checks his phone, and does a bit of shopping. The mysterious character recently made headlines in the UK when he was spotted doing some shopping at a local Aldi supermarket. Recently, the local Bristol celebrity has self-identified as Michael Shedworth. He did an interview on Big Jubba's Yak Shack music podcast to clarify his way of life. According to the aptly named Mr. Shedworth, the shed is not really a face covering, it's a part of his body. He claims that both of his parents are sheds, and that the shed head developed naturally as part of his body. As he got older, the shed developed more fine details, such as its glossy coat and chimney, which he claims are a part of a shed's natural maturation process. The music, lights and flames are also natural, according to Mr. Shedworth, emanating from inside him. Despite operating under the Shedworth moniker, the man's true identity remains a mystery. Whether Mr. Shedworth really is a shedhead, an attention seeker, or slightly unhinged, the weird videos of him living his life are not easily forgotten. In this next video, uploaded to our Slaptam official community over on Facebook by Alonia Burchett, viewers are once again taken deep into the eerie corridors of the Waverley Hills Sanatorium.
I can feel it.
The footage, captured during a private investigation around Halloween of 2022, reveals mysterious, shadowy figure in a doorway. See if you can spot it.
We're probably gonna end up splitting up. I can feel it.
Initially, as the camera pans up the stairs, transitioning from the 4th to the 5th floor, nothing unusual appears to happen. However, a closer look reveals a distinct shadowy figure in the doorframe. The poster meticulously reviewed the video to confirm that this figure couldn't have been any of their 10-person group, which included 2 men and 8 women, nor the female worker present in the building. The unexpected appearance of this apparition sent chills down the poster's spine, enhancing the already haunting allure of the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, a place famed for its ghostly encounters. Here's a quick and terrifying one coming out of China. It was uploaded to the Instagram account PARANORMAL. Take a look. Security cameras catch the terrifying moment a bolt of lightning strikes the apartment building. Luckily, no one was injured despite this intense impact.
Lo que van a ver a continuación.
It began in Pedregal, Panama, when TikTok user Kin Panama claimed a meteorite had landed near his home.
Y cuando veo el lugar donde cayó esta roca, van a ver lo siguiente.
In the first video, he shows what looks like a scorched impact site on the ground, a darkened patch of earth where the rock supposedly fell.
Bueno, yo tenía rato que no venía aquí de noche. Y no sabía que esto estaba así.
Soon after, he films the object itself, at first nothing more than a lump of stone.
Fui a buscar a mi perrito que estaba atrás en el patio. Y cuando veo el lugar donde cayó esta roca.
Later clips show the rock burning a leaf it touches. But within hours, something strange begins to appear on its surface. Over the next few days, the growth turns black and begins to spread.
Estoy esperando a las personas correspondientes para que le hagan su estudio.
In one video, it seems to pulse and flit about as though it's moving under its own power. The uploader claims he's sending samples around the world. Meanwhile, the object itself keeps growing.
Es algo totalmente increíble.
He places it inside a safe overnight, but instead of lying still, the substance hides in the shadows, its tentacle-like strands flicking in and out of view. Subsequent clips show it expanding larger and larger until it nearly fills the inside of the safe.
grande. Has crecido bastante.
The story takes a darker turn when commenters begin reporting that Kin Panama himself has been hospitalized, allegedly after exposure to the substance. The bizarre series has left viewers unsettled, with many nicknaming the growth Venom because of its black blob-like appearance. Some worry it could be alien life, something dangerous that should never have been handled. Skeptics, however, note several red flags. In one early clip of the burn site, viewers spotted matches lying nearby, fueling suspicions that the impact was staged. Others suggest the growth could be terrestrial, a fungus or mold like Clathrus archeri, also known as devil's fingers, which emerges from a sac, smells foul, and sprouts tentacle-like arms. And crucially, no scientific body has confirmed the meteorite's authenticity or tested the samples. The poster says he tried to alert local university authorities to investigate, but no one has come so far. Without expert analysis, the claims remain grounded only in social media videos. So is this a viral hoax dressed up as sci-fi horror? Or has a TikTok user in Panama stumbled across something truly out of this world?
Estás grande. Has crecido bastante.
Here's an update to a story we covered a few episodes ago. When we last checked in, TikTok user Kin Panama claimed a meteorite had landed near his home in Pedregal, Panama.
Cayó el meteorito.
At first, it looked like nothing more than a lump of rock, but soon a strange gelatinous growth began to ooze from its surface. Within days, the substance had blackened, spread, and even appeared to move under its own power. Viewers watched in disbelief as it pulsed inside a safe, flicked out thin tentacles, and seemed to grow larger with every clip. Some nicknamed it Venom, while others warned Kin was playing with something that might not be of this world. Now the bizarre saga has escalated. In a recent update, Kin posted more footage showing the creature swelling to an even larger size, pulsing and writhing as if alive. He even sat down for an interview with Samson's World, where he addressed accusations that the whole thing was staged, insisting he is not a filmmaker or entertainer.
Suficiente fue que se escaparan los medios mi verdadero nombre y ya fue tarde.
In another series of clips, Kin packs the entity into his backpack and treks deep into the wilderness. On the way, the bag itself can be seen heaving and shifting as though the thing inside is trying to escape. Eventually, he arrives at a rural facility and lowers the substance into water. To the shock of many, the black growth seems to swim, flitting and undulating through the liquid like some kind of living organism. As the world watches, commenters remain glued to his account, waiting breathlessly for the next wild update. Is this an elaborate hoax, performance art, or something truly extraterrestrial unfolding in real time? The TikTok video posted by Toe2 for you shows a simple apartment tour turning into a chilling moment of horror. As a young couple, guided by a realtor, walk through what appears to be a typical listing, the footage suddenly takes a turn for the unnerving.
That's washer dryer hookups.
Yeah, cool. So sorry I kicked you.
The couple casually films their walk through, passing the kitchen and living area. When they reach the bedroom, something creepy happens.
There's a person in there.
There's a person in there?
To their shock, there is a person lying in the closet. This unsettling video brings to mind a similarly disturbing true story that was reported in 2019, involving a college student named Maddie. What started as a mystery over missing clothes turned into a nightmare for the young university student in North Carolina after she discovered a stranger living inside her home. The student began noticing odd signs in her off-campus apartment. Clothes seemed to disappear, and unsettlingly, she even found handprints smeared across her bathroom mirror and walls. She told reporters that she assumed a raccoon had found its way into her closet, or at one point wondered if her apartment was haunted. Her suspicions came to a head one Saturday when she heard rattling noises inside her wardrobe. Gathering her courage, she called out, "Who's in there?" To her shock, a voice replied, "Oh, my name's Drew." Opening the door, Maddie found 30-year-old Andrew Clyde Swafford crammed inside, wearing her clothes, socks, and shoes. He was even clutching her book bag stuffed with more of her belongings. Terrified, Maddie tried to keep Swafford calm while she waited for her boyfriend to arrive. She told him to take off her clothes, which he did, before continuing to try on other outfits, hats, and looking at himself in the mirror. At one point, he told Maddie she was pretty and asked for a hug. However, she refused to let him touch her. Police arrived shortly after and arrested Swafford, who was taken to Guilford County Jail. He appeared in court via video link, facing 14 charges, including breaking and entering, larceny, and other unrelated offences. He was held on a $37,000 bond. The incident has left Maddie so traumatised that she decided to move out of her apartment. "Last night I didn't feel safe," she said. "I slept with my roommate in her bed. I can't stay here. Every time I go in that closet, it's just a bad vibe." So whether caught on camera during a viewing like our first clip or stumbled upon by surprise, discovering someone lurking inside an apartment is every renter's nightmare.
There's a person in there.
This final clip shows something truly unsettling, captured by a security team in an unknown location. The security guards were alerted when they spotted a strange person on one of their cameras. It was a small, dark figure standing in the middle of the yard. They dispatched officers to investigate. Watch what they captured. As you can see, the guards search the area but claim they can't see anyone nearby. But there, clear as day, is a strange figure standing right next to them. The small, child-sized figure is seen standing between the guards for the duration of the clip. Whatever it is, it remains remarkably still as the men continue to search the area. It's clear from the footage that the men don't see the person at all. Instead, they spin around, shining their flashlights all over the area. At multiple points, the guards seem to fix their flashlights on the exact spot in which the person's standing. The light appears to almost go through the entity without illuminating it for the guards. Although I don't speak Spanish, it appears as though the guards are communicating with the other officers in the control room, who can see the figure on screen. Even more shocking, the guards almost appear to move straight through the shape at some points in the clip. Still, the figure is unfazed and the guards don't react to its presence. Even the most hardened skeptics will likely scratch their heads over the physics of this one. Given that the guards are searching the area and communicating with the control room at the same time, while the figure can be seen on screen, leaves this piece of footage truly in the realm of the paranormal, and will likely remain a mystery for many years to come. Staff at the Cheltenham pub, the Bottle of Sauce, say they've finally caught their resident ghost on camera. It can be hard to see at first, but if you look closely at the glass doors right at the beginning of the footage, you can see a transparent figure walk by. According to the team, sightings of the little boy have been reported repeatedly over the last few years. He's often seen crossing the garden late at night, then making his way to the games room. One manager, James Punch, says he's grown so used to the spirit that he now calls out "Good night, little boy" when locking up. Pub manager Rob Sanders admitted the eerie experiences at the pub had shifted his views on the paranormal. One night, he caught movement from the corner of his eye, felt the temperature drop sharply, and noticed the hairs on his arms rise. Later, CCTV revealed the image of the boy passing by the doors. The pub, once the St. James Tavern and a train stop, is an old building with creaking floorboards and plenty of history still to uncover. Staff describe the boy as kind, not the sort to throw things, but his presence is frequently felt. Customers playing ping pong in the games room have reported loud bangs beneath them when no one's there. Whether it's a residual echo of the building's past or something else entirely, staff at the Bottle of Sauce say their little ghost has become part of the pub's character, a mysterious child drifting through doors long after closing time. Taking a break from the spookies for a minute, in a twist of real-life absurdity, security footage from Rishikesh, India has captured something truly bizarre. The footage seen here on Fox News shows the bull nonchalantly walking down the street and deliberately mounting the vehicle. Several cameras managed to catch the action before the vehicle crashed into a fence. The bull then calmly walks away, seemingly uninterested in its brief stunt. The incident took place on Friday, May 2nd, 2025, turning an ordinary Rishikesh street into the setting of one of the most entertaining and bizarre wildlife blunders of the year. Luckily for the owner, the whole thing was caught on camera. Imagine trying to explain what happened to your insurance company. A startling scene unfolded at McCarran International Airport, now Harry Reid International in Las Vegas, late in 2020, when a man reportedly jumped onto the tarmac and climbed onto the wing of an Alaska Airlines plane preparing for departure. The flight in question was Alaska Airlines Flight 1367, bound for Portland, Oregon. Video captured by a passenger shows a man, later identified as 41-year-old Alejandro Carlson, crawling onto the left wing of the Boeing 737 while the plane was taxiing to the runway. Onlookers described the scene as surreal, while a flight attendant remarked it was unlike anything she'd seen in her 30-year career. During his brief time on the wing, Carlson removed his shoes and socks, attempted to reach the winglet, and upon slipping, fell, suffering injuries to his nose and head before being taken into custody. The airline returned the aircraft to the gate for inspection. The flight, originally scheduled for early afternoon, was delayed and eventually departed hours later. Carlson appeared in court but missed his scheduled hearing due to still being hospitalized. TikTok user Platform 13 Official has left viewers spooked after sharing a clip in July 2024 that appears to capture some eerie activity surrounding what they call a haunted mirror in their home. The video starts with the TikToker filming the mirror, panning back and forth between its reflection and the physical room. A small statue is clearly visible in the mirror's reflection, yet when the camera pans back to the table where it should be, the statue's nowhere to be found. Now, if that isn't unnerving enough, this next moment escalates the creep factor. Watch. The footage has drawn intense reactions across the platform. Some viewers speculate that the mirror may act as a portal for spirits, a belief rooted in folklore about mirrors being conduits for the supernatural. Others theorise that the statue itself could be cursed or tied to paranormal energy, leading to its existence only in the reflection. Skeptics, however, argue it could just be a clever trick or optical illusion, but the appearance of the shadowy figure at the end has made even doubters reconsider. Mirrors have long been associated with paranormal lore, believed by many cultures to act as gateways between the physical and spiritual worlds. Tales of haunted mirrors often involve figures appearing in reflections, objects moving inexplicably, or feelings of unease when gazing into them. This particular clip has reignited discussions about whether mirrors might harbour lingering energy or act as channels for entities from other realms. So what do you think? Could this mirror really be a portal to the paranormal, or is there a more earthly explanation for these chilling events?
Can I tell you a crazy wrestling story?
Yeah, of course. In a recent podcast appearance, wrestling legend Hulk Hogan revealed a deeply startling story involving fellow wrestling icon Roddy Piper. Hogan and Piper, known for their fierce rivalry in the wrestling ring, eventually reconciled and began exchanging frequent messages later in life, often discussing personal spirituality.
Well, once we got older and, we basically had some conversations, and so we started talking a lot, and he started asking me about my spirituality. He really didn't connect, but he was very curious,
According to Hogan, shortly after Piper passed away, something inexplicable occurred. Hogan described receiving a voicemail message from Piper 2 days after his death. Here's the voicemail.
I'm walking with Jesus today, my brother. Walking with Jesus, loving you and praying for you.
In the voicemail, Piper clearly states, "I'm just loving you, my brother. I'm just walking with Jesus and loving you, my brother." The message left Hogan astonished, particularly because it seemed unlike anything Piper would have expressed while alive. Hogan further emphasized that Piper had been struggling spiritually and had not fully committed to his faith, making the voicemail even more surprising and impactful. The recording, widely circulated online, does indeed appear to be Piper's voice, lending credibility to Hogan's claim. However, whether this voicemail was somehow recorded before Piper's death or truly came from beyond the grave remains highly debated and unresolved. What do you think? Did Hulk Hogan really receive a message from beyond, or is there another explanation at play? Let us know your thoughts below.
I'm walking with Jesus today, my brother. Walking with Jesus, loving you and praying for you.
This bizarre piece of dashcam footage was shared to the Facebook group Hombres de Negro by Eric Estrada. It shows a driver slowing down for a deer that's jumped onto the road when suddenly things turn a little strange. Watch. Watching that again, slowed down, you can see that the deer jumps right into the barrier, then disappears. If you follow the deer's trajectory, there's a slight shadow above the barrier. Some think this is a sign that the compression rate of the dashcam is the reason for the strange disappearance. However, others argue that the dashcam wouldn't malfunction that badly. Plus, prior to the disappearance, it seems to be working just fine. All kinds of wild theories have been thrown around. Some say it's a ghost deer, a hologram, or even proof that we're living in a simulation. So what do you make of this strange sighting? Love to hear your theories in the comment section down below. This next video was submitted to our Slaptam official community over on Facebook. In it, we see an amorphous, transparent shape that appears to be hovering over someone sleeping in bed. At first, one would be excused for thinking the shape could simply be a bug on the lens. This is often the explanation given for so many so-called ghost videos. However, what happens next seems to prove this isn't the case at all. A few seconds pass before several items are violently thrown from the shelf next to the bed. The light then keeps moving ever closer towards the sleeping person. The man then wakes up and is immediately confused.
Jesus Christ. What the hell?
While the video's description suggests that it shows a ghost caught on camera, one viewer made a very interesting observation. Just after the items are thrown onto the bed, the strange shape seems to shrink, almost as if it's entering the sleeping man's body. The viewer suggested that the man might actually be astral traveling, perhaps while in a dream state. Since then, the video's also been analysed from a more skeptical stance, with several key points suggesting that the whole thing might simply be a well-orchestrated hoax. For starters, the timestamp in the upper left corner seems to move in double time. Yet when the man gets up, he appears to move at normal speed.
What the hell is going on?
The fact too that the camera is pointing directly at the bed has also left some viewers questioning the video's authenticity. So what do you think? A ghost, astral traveller, or just a hoax? Let me know down below. In another case of a ghostly pet, a CCTV video captured by Juliet Bird and Deanna Craut seems to have recorded a feline friendship that goes beyond the grave. In July 2020, housemates Juliet and Deanna were notified that their security camera had captured movement. The footage shows a parking area where two cars are sitting idle. The cameras are intended to prevent theft, but they caught something much more eerie. A cat with all white fur walks across the sidewalk in front of the cars. Although all white cats are sometimes playfully called ghost cats, this kitty is not the most interesting thing that occurs in this video. A moment later, another animal follows the white cat onto the screen. This cat, rather than being completely white, is utterly transparent. This second cat follows its feline friend until it seems to vanish into thin air. The housemates identified the white cat as their neighbour's pet Topsy. When they showed the neighbour the footage, the neighbour said that they had another cat called Licorice who had recently passed away. So is Topsy being followed by his old friend Licorice? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. A chilling video uploaded to TikTok by user Estevine Rikanon has taken social media by storm. The footage, captured at Central Railway Station in Sydney, Australia, seemingly depicts something eerie late at night.
Guys, makikimjs tayo, guys!
According to the uploader, the encounter occurred at around 12:30 AM as they were waiting for the last train home.
Guys, makikimjs tayo, guys!
The video has quickly gone viral, with viewers flooding the comments with theories and speculation. Some believe the figure's a ghost tied to Central Station's long history and alleged hauntings, while skeptics suggest it could just be an optical illusion. Central Railway Station has long been rumoured to be one of Australia's most haunted locations. Built in the early 1900s, the station sits atop land that once housed the Devonshire Street Cemetery. Tales of ghostly apparitions and eerie encounters have long been shared by workers and commuters for decades, including reports of shadowy figures and unexplained noises echoing through its vast corridors late at night. One popular legend speaks of a lady in white said to roam the platforms in search of her lost loved one. Could this headless woman be tied to the station's spectral history, or is it an entirely new and unexplained phenomenon? A driver reviews their dash cam and finds something that doesn't add up.
Guys, look. There's no one here. No one in this corner.
The forward-facing feed rolls on, empty road, nothing weird. While the side camera, recorded at the same moment, suddenly shows a man appear at the curb as if he materialized out of thin air. The clip uploaded by Art is Fast jumps between angles.
Still, nobody here.
No horn, no braking, no collision, just two cameras telling two different stories from the same drive. Viewers waste no time with wild theories, simulation glitch, time fold, or a literal tear in reality. But there are quieter technical possibilities worth considering. Parallax and camera blind spots can make objects appear or vanish between angles. Rolling shutter artifacts and frame rate mismatches sometimes create odd micro jumps, and footage that's been stitched or compressed can introduce ghost frames that weren't in the original recording. Whether it's a camera quirk or something weirder, this is one strange piece of footage. In this first video, posted to Instagram by the UFO God, the camera holder has captured an object that seems to have most viewers totally stumped. Take a look at what the camera's caught. At first, the object just looks like a regular cloud. However, it soon becomes obvious that the cloud seems to be changing shape. Just when you think the object can't get any more mysterious, a voice can be heard saying that it's a cloud with lights in it.
It's a cloud with lights in it. Moving weird.
As it floats towards the power lines, its movement resembles that of a fish gently swimming through water. The mysterious object then disappears from view as it finally sinks below the roofline.
You know, you see them sparkling lights in it.
When the video was posted online, it quickly gained attention. In an upload to the UFO's subreddit, the poster said that the object looked like Jordan Peele's Nope in real life. The comment referring to the 2022 film in which a UFO is thought to be hiding inside a nearby cloud. While the video seems to have stumped most viewers, one actually had a rather plausible theory. They suggested that the object might be some sort of foam waste, possibly produced by a nearby factory. So we'll turn this one over to you. What do you think this mysterious cloud-like object could be? Love to hear your theories on this one in the comments down below. A chilling piece of footage has recently emerged from the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. It was shared on the popular paranormal podcast, 2 Girls, 1 Ghost.
I had stayed at the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Very haunted. We've done a whole episode.
The video begins innocently enough with a guest filming their friend lounging on a bed in the historic hotel.
And my nightstand.
But watch what happens.
Is my eyes just
So, early bedtime looking for ghosts.
It can be hard to see at first, but if we slow it down, something seems to zip by the camera. Some viewers believe it looks like a little girl. The Crescent Hotel has long been a hotspot for paranormal activity, with countless reports of apparitions, unexplained noises, and ghostly encounters. This latest clip has only added fuel to the fire, leaving many wondering if the spectral girl is yet another spirit tied to the building's dark history. Opened in 1886, the Crescent Hotel was initially a luxury resort, but later gained notoriety for its use as a hospital in the late 1930s under the infamous Norman Baker. A con man posing as a doctor, Baker claimed to cure cancer without surgery, using questionable treatments. Many patients tragically died during their stays, and their spirits are now said to haunt the halls to this day. The hotel's reputation for hauntings stem from countless ghost stories and eerie encounters. One of the most famous is that of Michael, a stonemason who died during the hotel's construction. Legend has it that he fell to his death in what is now room 218, considered the most haunted room in the hotel. Guests often report seeing shadowy figures, hearing ghostly knocks, and feeling sudden chills in the room. Another well-known spirit is that of Theodora, a former patient at Baker's Hospital. Guests staying in her room often find their belongings mysteriously rearranged or hear a disembodied voice politely introducing herself as Theodora. While the Crescent Hotel is no stranger to ghostly sightings, the identity of the little girl in the footage remains a mystery. Some speculate she could be the spirit of a young guest from the early days of the hotel, while others suggest she may be tied to the building's history as a hospital. With its rich history and reputation as a paranormal hotspot, it's no wonder the Crescent Hotel continues to fascinate and terrify those who visit.
Is my eyes just? So, early bedtime looking for ghosts.
In a bizarre event that lit up the skies of Hanoi, Vietnam on the night of May 19, 2024, residents witnessed a mysterious vertical column of light. Uploaded to our official community over on Facebook by user Hung Nguyen, these photos show the phenomenon that quickly sparked widespread interest and speculation across the internet. Initially, the light seemed otherworldly, reminiscent of visuals from the video game franchise Halo, leading to a flurry of online discussion. The National Center for Hydrometeorological Forecasting in Vietnam also shared images of the light, intensifying public intrigue. However, as it turns out, the source of this spectacle was far less mystical. The phenomenon was traced back to the State Securities Commission of Vietnam building. It was revealed that the building's lights were responsible for creating the dramatic effects seen in the sky. This explanation was corroborated by additional photos showing the building emitting the light, confirming that the breathtaking sight was indeed man-made. According to one of our viewers, Knight Rider V12, something strange has been happening between the sheets. In this set of weird videos, the things that go bump in the night get a little too close for comfort. As Knight Rider V12 rests in bed, a small lump begins moving underneath the covers. He states that the covers are too thick and heavy to be moved by the wind. Even if the sheets could have been disturbed by the wind, there's almost no breeze coming in through the window nearby. His hands and feet are clearly above the sheets, so he couldn't have made the movements himself. He even reaches out to touch the moving spot to confirm there's no small animals underneath the sheets. Yet the movements continue. The viewer states that this has happened numerous times. The family believes that they know what's causing the strange phenomenon recorded in these weird videos. About 6 months before the creepy movements began, the family dog unfortunately drowned in the backyard pool. The dog got stuck underneath the pool cover and died while attempting to get out from under the thick tarp. The family believes that the videos show the ghost of the deceased pet. We can see that the movements resemble an animal poking its snout upward from beneath, just as the dog must have done as it attempted to get air while stuck under the pool cover.
Ma.
Sadly, the weird videos seem to suggest that the dog may be reliving its final moments while in the afterlife. A chilling clip uploaded to TikTok by user paranormal_tops has reignited debate over one of the eeriest pieces of surveillance footage to surface in recent years. Originally captured in 2016, the grainy video appears to show something inexplicable inside what looks like a function center or art gallery. A faint, ghostly figure emerges near a doorway at the top of the frame. A close-up zoom gives viewers a better look. Comments on the clip reflect the usual divide between believers and skeptics. Believers argue that this is one of the clearest examples of a ghost caught on security footage, pointing to the figure's defined human-like outline and the fact that the building appears empty. Skeptics suggest it could be a trick of the light or a reflection on the glass that happened to appear in the shape of a person. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, this 2016 security footage remains a compelling mystery. Is the figure an optical illusion, a camera glitch, or proof that something paranormal was walking the halls of the building that night? The last clip on our list for today has been around for some time. To this day, it continues to divide viewers' opinions. Take a look at what it shows. In the clip, which was posted to Instagram by Mysteries Unexplained, we see two jets as they fly past what appears to be a fishing trawler. The camera then turns, revealing a mysterious object hovering in the sky. The object remains in place for a second or two before appearing to dive straight into the ocean. The jets circle back. The camera holder shakily turns the device towards his colleague, who has a clear look of astonishment on his face. Suddenly, a helicopter flies into view and it seems to begin issuing instructions to the boat's crew. Unfortunately, the video is in another language and the quality of the audio makes it difficult to hear exactly what's being said. While some think this clip could be the real deal, it's certainly not short on detractors. Some point to the bad acting as a sign that the video's been staged. Yet the setting seems rather elaborate for a hoax. Others think it's just a scene from a film, however no one's been able to name which film exactly. There is definitely something off about this video. While it could well be a fake, the fact that no one seems to know anything about it continues to hold intrigue. If you know where this mysterious clip is from, would love to hear your thoughts about it in the comments down below. Well, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see some more mysterious videos, then check out those two links right there. Remember to leave us some comments down below. We love reading your feedback. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.